but it's definitely taking a toll on your body. Anyway, so make sure you correct, okay? Write down the correct answer so when you get it back, you know what to expect, what it should have been. The odds of a student passing Mr. D's class are 14 to 1. Because it says odds of, that's in favor, that means that the 14 represents passing, the 1 represents not passing. So out of 15 students, 14 pass, 1 doesn't. That's what this is saying. The probability of a student passing, therefore, would be 14 over 15. I'll give you 1 mark for each correct number. I'm going to be gracious today because I want to kind of see if you're grasping this. If Mr. D teaches 95 grade 12 students in a year, how many will pass the math class? So you take that probability, whatever you got in A, and you multiply it by 95. You get 88.6, that keeps going. So whether you said 88 or 89, both of them are fine. You get a mark for that. If you left it like this, take off half a mark for rounding. That would be like a rounding error if you just kept it at 88.6, okay? The probability of a Sisler's volleyball team winning an upcoming tournament is 4 or 15, right? So that's, to be understood, that's a fraction, okay? The odds of Sisler winning the tournament, the odds, right, in favor of winning. So we want winning and not winning on the other side. That's what we're comparing. So we know that it's 4 to, what's going to be on the other side? 11, right? You go 50 minus 4 to get your number on the other side. I'll give you 1 mark for the 4 and 1 mark for the 11 today, right? Normally it's wrong. Like if one of the numbers is wrong, that's it. But 4 to 11, if you put 15 there, you get 1 out of 2. The odds against Sisler winning the tournament, whatever odds you have here, I need to see that reverse, the order of the numbers. That's all I'm looking here, okay? There are 4 blue, 6 green, and 5 red marbles, so we've got 15 total. Probability, it's probably a good idea to figure that out right away. Okay, state the odds against drawing a blue marble. Against blue. So basically, you want no blues first and the blues second in that order. I tend to focus on the blues then at first. So that's 4 here. And then not blues would be, out of 15, we're talking 11 that are not blues. So it's like that. I should have picked different numbers. I know it's the same as before, right? But it doesn't matter. It's still, you have to think about what you're putting down. 1 mark for the 11, 1 mark for the 4. State the odds of drawing. There it is. Odds in favor of a green marble. So you want green, not green, in that order. So we've got 6 greens. Take the 6 away from 15. That means you have 9 that aren't green. They add up to 15. That's what you want to check all the time. So 1 for the 6, 1 for the 9. State the probability of drawing a red marble. There it is, probability, not odds, right? So when it's probability, go ahead and put the total at the bottom. And how many reds do we have? 5. So that's the answer. 1 over 3 is even better. Just, right, 5 goes into both of them. So you divide 5 by 5, you get 1. 15 divided by 5 is 3. Okay? I just had another thought. Let's say this is the provincial exam and they give you a whole bunch of different answers. You're like, which one is my answer? I don't see it. Turn yours into a decimal, turn all of their fractions into a decimal, and then see which one is yours, right? Decimal, decimal, just do everything decimal, and then you should be able to get it, even without reducing. So I give you 1 mark for the 5, 1 mark for the 15 in that case. What are the odds against drawing a red marble? There it is again. Odds, you know the format, right? It's going to be like that. Against. Against what? Red. So you want not red first and then red second. So we've got 5 reds, and therefore this should be 10 up front. This reduces, right? You can divide both of them by 5. 2 to 1, okay? That's the best answer. 10 to 5 gives you the full marks here. Don't worry about it. So you get 1 mark for the 10, 1 mark for the 5. The Jets are playing against the Senators. The odds in favor of the Jets winning is 5 to 4. So that means winning and not winning because it's saying in favor, right? The odds, state the odds against the Jets winning. Odds to odds. So what are we going to do? Flip it. That's it. You take the 5 to 4, just go flip it, right? State the probability of the Jets winning. First thing I'm going to do is I'm going to add these two numbers up, right? 5 plus 4. And then winning is what we want, so the 5 goes on top. So 5 over 9. 1 mark for each number. If you get 5 over 9, you get 2 out of 2, right? But if you messed up one of them, just take off a full mark, okay? State the probability against the Jets winning. We've got a couple of options here. I'm just going to take the 4, because that's them not winning, and just keep the 9 and the denominator. Because these two should add up to 100%, right? Winning, not winning. So you get 1 mark for each number done correctly. So this page is worth 2, 3, 5, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 19. This page, if you did it all correctly, you can have up to 19 marks here. And then the back side. You've got your spinner, you've got actual outcomes, right? These are trials. So you know where this is going. You know, oh, okay, actual experiments, spinner, theoretical, experimental. That's basically what this is. So the probability of the spinner landing on purple. Theoretically speaking, there are 2 out of 5 options there, which is 0.4. We're not, I should have told you, don't worry about the decimal today, but that's okay. It's good to practice that. Experimental, you want to go back here and you see you have 4 purple outcomes out of 25 total trials, right? 25 times that you spin. What is that as a decimal? 0.16? They're different, right? They're off. They're not the same, but they should be. And the reason is because it's just 25 times. You need to spin a couple hundred times. Okay. Next, probability of the spinner landing on red. Okay. Theoretically speaking, there's 1 out of 5 is red, like theory. So 1 over 5, 0.2. The experimental, there are 7, it landed on red 7 times out of 25 times. That's 0.28. Let's do some marks here. For theoretical, you get 1.5. Okay? And for the experimental, you get 1.5. The half mark is for getting it into a decimal. So a full mark for the first number and half a mark for getting the decimal. Now, if you mix them up at the beginning, chances are you're going to mix everything up, right? Everything is going to be wrong. We're only going to take off 1 time 2 full marks. Like if you flip them, like if you got them wrong, I'm going to honor the rest. I'm going to see like, hey, you obviously you got that wrong, but you're still consistent, right, with the other answers. So don't be taking off everything at the end. Just tell yourself, I flipped them, I mixed them up, okay? So 3 marks for A, and then 3 marks for B as well. You get 1 mark for the fraction, half a mark for the decimal. So the decimal mark you should get no matter what. If you divide, you get a decimal mark. And then the last one is state the odds of the spinner landing on purple, theoretical, experimental. It can be done. I'm just going to use my purple answer right here. I'm going to use this to answer that. So theoretical, I'm just going to take that. It's 2 to 3, right? 2 to 3 because they need to add up to 5. And experimental, it's 4 to 21. Okay? I based it on my previous answer here, so you can gladly do that. So you get 2 marks for this part. 1 mark for each. And then last but not least, if Laura spins this spinner 1,850 times, how many times would you expect it to land on yellow? So you go probability of yellow times 1850. That's basically what we're going to do here. And theoretically, right, we're not going to go by experimental. So what is it for yellow? 1 out of 5. 1 out of 5 times 1850. If I see this, you already get a mark. If you got this wrong, the 1 out of 5, take away a full mark, but I'll still give you the mark for calculation. So that's 370 times if you did this correctly. Okay. I should say, instead of just P of yellow, it's TP of yellow. That's technically what you should be doing. Get the theoretical, figure it out. So this page is 2, 4, 10. Okay? 10 for the back side and 19 for the front. That gives us a total of 29. So go to the very top, change the 27, cross it out, and just make it out of 29 like that. First name, last name, and if you could pass it forward once you've added it all up, I'll come and see you.